everyone, and welcome back to our channel today. And as you can tell from the background, I'm in the kitchen again. I found a new recipe that I wanted to try. Looks really good. It's made with chicken, one of my favorite things. So I thought that I would share it with you. Now, I actually think that I found this recipe on TikTok. I'm not sure. I usually write that down. But I neglected to do it on this one. So we're going to give it a whirl anyway. But first, I do want to update you on some things that have happened in my life. I got my car back yesterday. Once again, the Lord had his hand on my shoulder because it was nothing serious. It was a minor little thing in the engine that was broke. They fixed it. The price was well under the amount that I was expecting to have to pay. I had already set my mind up that I was going to have to take out payday loans. I called 4 finance companies to see about borrowing money. I was going to take everything out of the bank that I could and then use what I could left over from my paycheck every week. Turns out the amount was so low, I already had it put back. Now, I did have to take it out of my utility bill money because I do save a little bit each month put back for my utilities because I'm on a budget. So I budget for my utilities. Sometimes my utilities use the amount that I budget. Other times it's way under it. So I had enough in that envelope that I was able to pay for my car. I was very glad to do it. So I am driving my car back to work. But in today's video, we're going to cook this chicken recipe. So let me get started and take you along and show you how it's done. Now I have all the ingredients out here. The TikTok recipe wasn't real clear on exactly what went into it. But let me show you what I got. It called for 2 chicken breasts. Now I don't think I had any chicken breast in there, but these are chicken tenderloins. So I picked out enough tenderloins that I think equals 2 chicken breasts. Then it called for 1 cream of chicken soup. Now, I didn't have the regular single can of chicken soup, but I had this creamy chicken mushroom with barley soup, and I think that'll work pretty good in it. Then it also called for 1 can of regular mushroom soup, which I did have, so I'm able to use that. 1 onion finely diced. Here that is. And I used my Temu onion chopper to chop this baby up very finely. 1 onion. I got the smallest onion they had. 2 cans of Rotel tomatoes. And I got the original Rotel, not the hot and spicy. Now for the seasonings and stuff, it doesn't give you the amount. So I figure you just sprinkle in what you need until the ghost of your ancestors say, "That's enough, child." So what it called for was bacon bits. And I've got some imitation bacon bits. Salt. Pepper. Garlic salt. And I got some black garlic that I'm going to be using because I want to use that up. Seasonal salt. Some that came from the Dollar Tree. And then it also called for a 8-ounce block of cream cheese. And I chopped it up real little so that it would be easy to stir into the recipe. Then you also need spaghetti noodles. It didn't say how many. So I had a 1-pound package. I used half of the 1-pound package. And I broke the noodles up real little because I like my spaghetti noodles small. Now the recipe says put all except the chicken and noodles and mix it all together. And this is called Crockpot chicken spaghetti. So what I'm doing, you can see here, I have my Crockpot insert, and I am using a liner in this one because there's not going to be any mixer going in it. So we're just going to put it right down here in the sink. I'm going to add all the ingredients in there, and I'm going to stir them up, except the chicken and the noodles. So first we're going to add 1 can of tomatoes. Then we're going to add our creamy chicken soup. Then we're going to add our cream of mushroom soup. Then we're going to add our other rotel tomato on top. Stir that together. Then we're going to put our onions in. Then we're going to add our cream cheese. All together. Now another thing that it didn't do, it didn't tell how long to cook it. So we'll just have to play it by ear. Now I'm going to add the spices in. So I'm going to add a little bit of bacon bits. Probably about a tablespoon. Real bacon bits would have been better in there. Then we're going to put a little bit of salt in there. Then we're going to add a little bit of pepper. Then we're going to add some of the black garlic. Now we're going to add our seasoned salt. Then we're going to stir it again. Now it says after you put everything in and mix it all together, you're going to place the chicken on top. So we're going to take our tenderloins. Here's what it looks like. I should have showed it to you before I put the chicken in there because you can't really tell. Now this gets cooked. Like I said, they don't tell you how long, so I'll just have to watch it. And then after it gets cooked, you're going to have these noodles that you cook up in a separate pan. You're going to remove the chicken, shred it up, put the chicken back in, and add the noodles, and then cook it a little bit more. So I'll see you when I get to that part, and that part gets done. Okay, I'm back, and the Crockpot chicken spaghetti is done. Now, I left out parts of the steps, but I'll tell you what you do. After you put everything in there, you put the chicken breast on top, like I showed you. You put the lid on it, and you cook it until the chicken gets done. And for me, that was about 3.5 hours. Then you take the lid off. You remove the chicken out of this. You stir the mixture around. You shred the chicken into pieces. Meanwhile, you boiled up your spaghetti noodles till they're tender. Then you put your chicken shreds back in there along with your noodles, and this is what you end up getting. I'll bring the camera a little closer so you can see. That's what the chicken crock pot spaghetti looks like. I'm doing this left-handed, that's why it's kind of hard to do. Trying to give you a good view of it. Maybe this will show you. But anyway, it is done. It smelled really good the whole time it was cooking. So all I'm going to do now is section it up into bowls. Half of it I'm going to give to my next door neighbor, the one who let me borrow his vehicle. Half of it I'm going to take to work with me. And the other half I'm going to keep here at the house to eat for my evening meals. Or my lunch, I should say lunch. I have my evening meals usually when I'm at work. So that's it for this video, showing you how to make this cracked chicken spaghetti, crock-pot chicken spaghetti. Thank you guys for coming to visit with us today. And y'all come back and see us any old time. Bye for this one. Okay, I just wanted to show you I have my chicken spaghetti all portioned out into my Cool Whip. These are what I call my fake Tupperware bowls. And what I do, I put on there what's in it and the day you throw it out. And I usually give leftovers 7 days. If they're not consumed in 7 days, they get thrown out. And these little labels here are some labels that I got from Temu. And I'll put the price up here somewhere on the screen for you to see, somewhere up in there. But I got several rolls of them. I take one roll in my work bag in case I need to label something at work, because sometimes I cook at work. And then I've got one that's in my giveaway that I'm going to be doing a drawing for. And then I have one in my utility drawer that I use to label these. So this is how many servings I got out of it. And I will try it when it cools down a little bit and let you know how it tasted. Once again, thanks for coming. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye for this one.